Welcome back to 10 and 2. Just took this 54 GMC for a drive, and it decided to shut off on me again, even though I just replaced what I thought was the problem. The Gord had described to me a condition where he's driving down the road and it just kind of cuts out. Sometimes it turns back on, sometimes you gotta wait a minute. He just pulls over and it fires back up. But it left him a little stranded the other day, and some of his groceries thawed out while he was waiting. So I thought, well, heck, let's put a fuel filter in that. Because could be a clogged fuel filter. That would be pretty easy, right? Nope. Still doing it. I was like, well, and I thought maybe I should look in the distributor cap. See if there's any loose connections, what the condition of everything is, because I haven't really looked at this truck at all since he bought it. And that's been probably 10 years. He's done some stuff here and there, but he's pretty much just driven it and hasn't given him any problems. So I pulled the distributor cap off and immediately saw this giant hole burned in where the little carbon button goes. I was like, oh, well, that's got to be the problem. Which is weird because it ran so good, even though this was like completely destroyed. And then I thought, I'll just go over there and I'll steal the one out of the 41 Plymouth because it's got a small block Chevy with an HEI distributor cap. Same thing. Another distributor cap, same problem. So I switched those both out yesterday. Then I took this for a drive. And I got around the corner, gave it some throttle, and it just died. Nothing. And then, oh, and then it came back on. Pretty strange. But to me, it really felt like a carburetor running out of fuel sort of issue. I think that maybe the needle and seat is stuck. So let's go tear this carburetor off and tear it apart and rebuild it. I'll try not to blind you with my super bright headlight. I could just change cameras when that starts happening. Oh, looks like we got a little bit of a coolant seepage too. I'll show you that here in a minute. Now somebody's gone ahead and they've swapped in a 350 out of what looks to be a 70s era pickup truck, as it is painted blue, and the carburetor little tag says it's for a 74. So let me give you a little walk around of this truck. 54 was the last full production year for the advanced design pickup trucks. They did a half a year in 55. They kept the same grills, same everything. It's just a carryover until the new 55s came out. Unique features of the 54, 55 and a half are the one-piece windshield and the flat bed sides, whereas the earlier pickups from 47 to 53 were all on a 45-degree angle. This is the long bed, definitely a work truck. This is the GMC version, so it has a different dash than the Chevys. And of course, it's got some extra knobs and doodads that it wouldn't have had factory, but that's okay. This is a nice, tasteful work truck. Everything is just functional in here. It rattles, it squeaks, it bangs, just like an old work truck should. Nothing too fancy. Okay, so we can start by taking the throttle linkage off. Pull the cotter pin. Pull the cable off. Turn springs. And now that we've severely flooded the carburetor, let's try that with both hands. Here's one and two. And the throttle kick down linkage for the turbo hydromatic 350 transmission. And it looks like we're going to need a 1/2-inch socket and a flare wrench. I probably won't use a flare wrench. Probably just take the hose clamp off the fuel line. I mean, it sure looks like there's 4 bolts for the base plate of this carburetor, but only two of them are there. I suppose that's okay. It is a 2-barrel after all. Wouldn't want to have 4 bolts in a 2-barrel. One carburetor. No, I don't know how to do balloon animals. I love when vehicles are easy to work on like this. You just reach under the hood, take a couple bolts out, and bam, carburetor. See if there's still a fuel filter in here. What do you know? There is. Little baby fuel filter. Little baby fuel filter. There should be a spring. A spring, beautiful. Let that drain for a minute. When you're taking screws out, you want to make sure you make note of where they go, lay them out in an organized fashion, especially if they're different lengths. I just like to always check the lengths as I'm taking them out. Yeah, see, just right away. This one is a different length than the others. So now I'm going to have to pay attention. I don't know if I can afford that. I don't know if I've ever done a 2GC Rochester before. Done lots of quadrajets. Lots of Edelbrock carburetors. Lots of Holleys. Lots of Holley 2-barrels. I've done the newer Rochester 2-jet before. That's what my old Cutlass had. I think that was the first car carburetor I ever did. Okay. Now I have, oh yeah. I was about to say I have what I think are all of the bowl cover screws off. Or top screws. I know for sure I do because it's just split apart and leaking fuel everywhere. I've got to take this linkage off the side. It's probably a good idea to take a picture. I'm taking a video. Just in case you need to reference it later on how this stuff goes back on. How do I get this piece of linkage off? So I just lift the whole top off and twist that. Okay, there's the base gasket. Looks a little bulgy. Oh, it's marked top front. Whatever, I don't care. Thanks anyways. What do we got on this side? Okay, this all is going to come off with the lid. There we go. Disconnected. Right, what do we got going on here? A little accelerator pump. It's not torn or anything. It is held in with a little clip. There's our float. A needle and seat. I don't see any sticking problems there. I'll pull the pin out. I don't know where this goes. Doesn't matter. Got a nitrofill float, so we don't have to check to see if it floats or not. Needle, which doesn't look too terrible. It might be a little bit flat, not as pointy as it used to be. But we're going to change that out anyway, so it don't matter. If I wanted to, could I save this gasket? Oh, you just gotta go real slow. Be gentle. Sometimes you can pop it off the carburetor without breaking it. That little brass tube there seems a little bit bent. I feel like it's always worth taking your time, maybe grabbing a razor blade, see if you can get the gasket off in one piece. I mean, not like you're going to reuse it. I mean, maybe, but at least then it's easier to match up the new one with the old one. So far, I don't see anything really super very interesting. What do we got going on in here? Quite a bit of schmutz down in the fuel bowl. I'm expecting to see damage on the end of this idle mixture screw. And I don't really see any. Sometimes it won't be a nice point anymore. It'll be like a jagged thing because somebody put it in too deep and messed it up. Well, they both look okay. Hello, little friend. Are you lost? All right. My carburetor kit showed up. But I'm just going to shut up now and clean some stuff and put some stuff together and check float height, yada, yada, yada. And just work through it. Time for a montage. Can I say that? So as you saw there in my time lapse, carburetor fixed. I mean, carburetor hopefully fixed. Carburetor rebuild kit installed. Does it help when I kick the camera? Does it help when I kick the camera? Oops. Not the camera, the tripod. To be fair. To be fair. Oh, I gotta bring the carburetor over if I'm gonna put it on, right? Got me the gasket. Top, front. Okay. But oh yeah, that's a hole that it's gonna line up with, okay. And then this is the El Topo of the Fronto. I'll try and put that choke arm though on there before I get anything else hooked up in the way. Oh, well that was easy. Yeah. I don't know if I can make that any tighter. Well, there we have it. Listen to those 350 cubic inches of very low 70s compression purr. Oh yeah, snappy, snappy. All right, I'm gonna put it up on the ramps, change some hoses, and then let's go for a drive. Well, it appears we need to search for other answers. It is still cutting out, and it's on some sort of high idle kick right now. I don't know why it's doing that. I think I found it. I'm sorry I didn't take you on my mystical journey, but I decided that I should probably, you know, have a look at underneath the truck and see what other sorts of surprises I might find. Maybe change some fuel lines, as I noticed the one from the pump, or to the pump, was a little bit squishy when I was doing the transmission cooler lines. So I figured I'll change that. And then I went a little further back and found another fuel filter and some incorrectly sized hose that's really, really squishy. Oh, it's got a date code on it. 2015? Yeah, maybe 2015. So it's 11 years old. So it's pretty squishy. And this fuel filter, there's some crud rolling around in there. I haven't blown through it yet. I don't know. I mean, it's still got some flow, but I'm pretty sure that this right here, this is my culprit. I'm pretty sure under acceleration, the RPMs come up, the fuel pump gets spinning a little bit faster, and this pinch is closed. It doesn't take much to pinch it closed because it's pretty well kinked right off all the time. So I'm going to go ahead and change this out. I'll go for another test drive, and hopefully that fixes it. Make sure to subscribe if this is at all helpful in diagnosing why a carbureted vehicle might just intermittently shut off. So I'm going to get back at it, and I'll let you know what I find. All right, I'm ready to take this thing for another test drive. Hopefully we've got this problem solved this time. Well, I haven't had it cut out once. I think that pinched fuel line was definitely the problem. So if you've got an older vehicle and it's got any rubber hose on it, you probably need to change it if it's any more than 10, 15 years old. This new gas is terrible. It just eats the stuff. Make sure you get all of it. Just changing what you can see under the hood isn't enough. You gotta go to the tank, find the little baby sections of line that are connecting it to the steel pipe that goes to the front. Those little pieces can cause you a lot of misery. Let's have a little tire chirp. Oh, yep, it does. Well, I'm pretty happy about that. Drove good, no shutting off, nothing weird. It's a great little truck. Well, if you enjoyed anything you saw in this video, if it helped you out, make sure you hit like and subscribe, comment, and push all the buttons. If it gives you the option to hype, great, do it. Make sure you subscribe, really helps out the channel a lot. Help us grow, help us do some other cool stuff. We'll catch you in the next one.